I haven't seen a tech category blow up this fast since the early days of tablets. AR glasses are dropping left and right, new models, new features, they're cranking out sequels faster than Marvel, but the difference is, these are actually getting better. Thankfully, a lot of you have been chiming in with great suggestions in the comments, and today I've pulled together a list of the latest and greatest AR glasses on the market right now. Each pair takes a slightly different approach. Some lean into entertainment, others go full productivity, and a few are trying to be your all-in-one digital assistant with AI features that feel like real-life cheat codes. So whether you're in it for the future of gaming, productivity, or just want to feel like Tony Stark at the grocery store, there's something in this lineup for you. Let's dive in. Let's start with the flashiest one of them all, the XREAL One. If most AR glasses are still trying to figure out how to blend into your life quietly, the XREAL One is doing the opposite. It's bold, loud, and ready to turn every surface into a movie screen. The standout feature here is the massive virtual display. We're talking a 147-inch screen floating right in front of you with full high-definition clarity. It's the kind of thing that makes watching a YouTube video in bed feel like a private IMAX screening. And it doesn't stop at media. The XREAL One is designed to be your portable workstation, entertainment hub, and spatial browser all in one. You can pull up multiple windows, drag them into different parts of your field of view, and even walk around with them hovering where you left them, like digital sticky notes that follow your life. With the ability to shift seamlessly between entertainment and productivity, this pair offers one of the most well-rounded experiences on the list. It's powered by XREAL's custom chip, and you can feel the difference. The tracking is smooth, the latency is minimal, and the interface feels polished. You're not fighting with the tech to get it to do something. It just works, which is more than you can say for most devices claiming to be next gen. But let's talk practicality. Unlike the G1, these definitely look like AR glasses. They're a bit bulkier, and depending on your face shape, they can either feel futuristic or a little dorky. Not a deal breaker, but maybe not your go-to for first dates. Battery life is also more in the take frequent charging breaks category, especially if you're streaming videos or gaming. You'll probably want to pair it with an external battery if you're planning a full day of use. That said, if your dream is to carry a personal movie theater or workspace in your pocket, this is it. The XREAL One is bold, feature-rich, and surprisingly fun to use. It's not trying to be invisible, it's trying to be incredible. And for the most part, it succeeds. Where XREAL tries to be a hybrid between entertainment and productivity, Rokid narrows its focus with the Max 2s and goes all in on pure immersive entertainment. These glasses are unapologetically built for one thing: making content look as good as possible wherever you are. Rokid isn't trying to replace your laptop or become your virtual assistant. These glasses are laser focused on delivering a cinematic, high-quality visual experience. Movies, games, streaming, this is your personal theater that fits in a glasses case. They claim a virtual screen size of up to 360 inches. That sounds like pure marketing, but the experience actually holds up. The micro OLED display delivers deep blacks, crisp detail, and rich color saturation. In a dark room, it really does start to feel like you're watching a massive home theater screen, only it's floating in front of your face. Now, if you're wondering how these stack up to something like the Meta Quest, here's the deal: they don't. Not in the VR sense anyway. The Rokid Max 2 isn't a virtual reality headset. It's not tracking your head in 3D space, it doesn't have motion controllers, and it's not meant to immerse you in fully interactive environments. Where the Quest drops you into a 3D world, the Rokid is more like strapping a giant 2D monitor to your face. No room scale games, no virtual hands, just a floating screen and whatever device you've plugged in. But that's also kind of the point. The Max 2 is extremely lightweight, sleek, and simple to use. Plug it into your phone, tablet, or Steam Deck, and you've got a giant display wherever you are, on a plane, on the couch, or hiding from your responsibilities under a blanket. There are a few quirks. The nose bridge can get warm after extended use, and while it has built-in directional speakers, the sound is just okay. Most people will opt for Bluetooth earbuds for a better audio experience. So if entertainment is the reason you're even looking at AR glasses in the first place, these could definitely be your top pick. In contrast, the Even Reality's G1 takes a different route than most of its AR competition. Instead of trying to turn heads with a futuristic visor, it leans hard into subtlety. From a distance, these glasses could easily pass for a high-end pair of prescription frames. But behind that unassuming exterior is one of the more balanced and thoughtfully designed AR experiences on the market right now. Let's start with what you actually see. The G1 uses a micro LED display embedded in the lenses to project a transparent heads-up overlay into your field of view. It's not aiming for a cinema on your face approach. Instead, it gives you concise contextual information. Things like turn-by-turn navigation, real-time translation subtitles, weather updates, and smart notifications. The display is sharp with good contrast even in bright environments, and it's angled well enough that you don't have to strain to read it. What makes the G1 feel different is how tightly integrated everything is. It's not trying to give you 50 apps floating in space. It's focused on being quietly helpful, guiding your walk through a new city, translating a conversation on the fly, reminding you of your next meeting without breaking eye contact. The voice assistant is one of its strongest features. Built in-house by Even Realities, it avoids the sluggish lag you get with some voice-activated wearables. It understands follow-ups, can control navigation, respond to text messages, and even pull up summaries from your calendar. It's not just a voice command system, it actually feels like an assistant. In terms of input, you've got both voice and capacitive touch controls on the temple. The touchpad can be hit or miss. It works well for volume and swiping between widgets, but it's not always precise. That said, most users will probably rely on voice after the first week. Battery life is solid for the size. You'll get about 6 to 8 hours of mixed use, which includes notifications, voice control, and navigation. It's not an all-day workhorse, but it's reliable enough for a full outing or a long commute. Physically, the G1 is lightweight, balanced, and available in a few classic frame styles. It's clearly designed to blend in, not stand out. And for a lot of users, that's a feature, not a bug. Where other AR glasses are still trying to prove their cutting edge, the G1 feels mature. It doesn't try to do everything, it just focuses on doing a few useful things really well and wrapping it in a design that doesn't feel like cosplay. So if you want something that enhances your day without turning you into a walking tech demo, the G1 does a fantastic job. Now that we've covered the more lifestyle-focused picks, let's talk about something that means business. The Inair 2 Pro takes a very different approach. It's not here to entertain, it's here to organize your day. What sets the Inair apart isn't raw display size or cinematic flair, it's workspace. These glasses are designed for multitaskers. You can open multiple floating windows, position them around your field of vision, and actually get real work done. Think emails in one pane, video call in another, maybe a notes app floating just above your keyboard, all controlled by subtle gestures or voice commands. Imagine having a 6-monitor setup. Not just in your home office, but at the airport, in a cafe, or wherever you choose to work. For people who work on the go, this is truly a life-changing ability packed into such a compact device. They're powered by a customized Android OS, which means you can install regular apps and actually use them in augmented space. It feels less like you're stepping into a sci-fi movie and more like you're running a very efficient invisible monitor setup everywhere you go. Now, to be fair, this setup isn't perfect. The field of view is on the narrower side, around 46 degrees, so sometimes you'll find yourself turning your head more than you'd like just to see all your windows. Not a huge issue, but it can get a bit clunky if you're deep into multitasking mode. The display itself is sharp, with good contrast and visibility in most lighting conditions. And despite all the digital layering, the Inair 2 Pro still manages to keep a relatively low profile. It doesn't scream, "Look at me." And that's probably intentional. One underrated strength is comfort. They're lightweight, well-balanced, and surprisingly wearable for long sessions. If you're someone who's thinking, can I wear these for hours and actually replace a laptop screen? With the Inair 2 Pro, the answer is almost yes. Bottom line, these are the productivity glasses. Less flashy, more functional. They're for people who don't necessarily want to watch movies through their lenses, but want to get things done. Now we're going to wrap things up with something completely different, the Halliday AI glasses. These aren't trying to project a movie theater into your face or run 15 apps at once. Instead, Halliday is going for something quieter, more intimate. Think of these less like a pair of AR glasses and more like a digital sidekick that whispers in your ear. Metaphorically, of course. Visually, they're minimal, extremely lightweight, just 35 grams, and the design is discreet enough that most people won't even realize you're wearing smart glasses. No giant lenses, no thick temples, no futuristic glow, just a tiny transparent display that floats above your vision when you need it and vanishes when you don't. What makes Halliday interesting isn't the screen, it's the AI layer behind it. The glasses are designed around contextual awareness. You don't open apps or fiddle with a bunch of settings. Instead, you ask questions or give voice prompts, and the system responds based on what's happening around you. Walking into a store, It might surface a shopping list. Heading to a meeting, it'll bring up your agenda. Looking at a landmark, it might offer background info. It's a bit like having a very polite assistant living in your peripheral vision. Of course, that simplicity comes with trade-offs. The field of view is narrow, and you do have to glance upward slightly to see the display, which can get a little awkward over time. It's also not ideal for media consumption or heavy multitasking. You won't be dragging virtual windows around with these, and while the voice AI is impressive, it's still early days. Occasionally, it'll misfire or offer help you didn't ask for. Think Clippy, but sleeker and less enthusiastic. Still, for people who don't want to be plugged in all the time, but do want subtle, ambient help throughout their day, Halliday offers a really compelling middle ground. It's tech that gets out of the way until it's actually useful. So there you have it, 5 very different takes on what AR glasses should be in 2025. Whether you're after a minimalist assistant, a full-blown virtual theater, or a portable productivity suite, there's something here for just about everyone. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the latest tech that's actually worth your time. And let us know in the comments, which one would you wear? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.